Hey guys, happy Friday. Yes, it is Friday. It is the weekend. If you didn't know, here is your reminder. I had to look to see what day it is, and it is in fact Friday. So happy weekend. Very exciting. Welcome back to my Instagram TV. I only have one other video on here, but soon there will be more to come. I kind of picked your guys' brains a couple weeks ago, and you wanted to see some more wedding advice, tips, anything that can help you guys out when planning your wedding. So here I am. I'm not much of a writer blog person. I rather just, talk to you like this, like we're having a conversation. So this week's video is unexpected wedding costs or things that I think people forget to put in their wedding budget when they're first starting to structure that very big, long, massive dollar amount budget for your wedding. So, okay, I have 10 things for you, and we only have 10 minutes on Instagram TV, so let's jump into it. Number one thing that I think people forget about is postage and paying for postage. So when you're sending your invites out with your little RSVP cards, a big thing is postage. And if you have upwards of 100 people to 200 people, that can really add up. And another thing is you do have to pay for postage again when you are sending your thank you notes, if you're sending out little photos that you had from your wedding, any thank yous for gifts, etc. So that is twice that you're going to be paying for postage, and that can add up. Okay, number 2 is a marriage license. Some people forget. I mean, it's not a huge cost. They are around, I think, $40. But it is another thing that you should add into your budget, because all of these will add up to a couple $1,000s if you do forget them. So number 3 is bridesmaids and groomsmen asking gifts. So I love that this has become like such a huge thing with boxes and really cool like proposals from the brides and the grooms and like sneaky ways of doing it. So I love that, but those can cost a lot of money. Like if you get a little crate with a bottle of wine and maybe a personalized bag or anything like that, all of those little things. And if you have, I don't know, let's say 3 or 4, 5, 6 bridesmaids and 6 groomsmen, that's 12 sets that you have to buy. So if they're ranging around $50, $60, you can see obviously that is going to add up. Okay, number 4 is don't forget that you have to pay to feed your vendors. It's probably in their contract somewhere that you have to supply a meal for them, which is great. So don't forget to count them. If you have a videographer, a photographer, a DJ, a day of coordinator, and another big thing is you should check in with them to see if they have any assistants or help that will be around for dinner time, because DJ, sometimes they come with 2 people, especially around dinner time if they're still getting set up or doing whatever else, as well as videographer. They might have 2 people filming, and a photographer could have 2 people filming. Day of coordinator may or may not have an assistant, depending on how big your wedding is or how big it is exactly. So that could be 8 more people that you have to pay $70 to $100 a head for. So that is a good chunk of change in my opinion. Okay, so number 5 is gifts for your parents. Parents obviously play a big role in people's weddings. A lot of them give their son or daughter a good chunk of money to help them out with their wedding, or they're just very involved in helping, or they're not at all and you just want to get them a gift because they're your parents and they got you to where you are now. So if you have 2 sets of parents, obviously bride side, groom side, and you want to spend, I don't know, $100 to $200 on each of them, that's like $400 right there that you were like, oh God, I didn't even think of that. And that's why, you got to go through all these little things and make sure that you have a good overall round budget. Yes. So number 6 is stationery. So this could be multiple things. This could be a program that maybe they pick up at the ceremony and they have throughout the whole evening. This could be a menu. And this can also be your thank you cards, or if you're printing, like I said, photos to send out to everyone, and the postage, again, the postage. But yeah, if you do a program, a menu, and customize thank you letters for 150 people, that is also going to be a large chunk of money. So don't forget about that. Okay, number 7 is, I think this is a big one, and it'd be a big one for me anyway, because you gotta look glam on your wedding day. But like treatments, and if you're going to a spa, getting your hair done, that sort of thing. So number 1 would probably be getting your hair and nails done. So maybe you're getting your hair dyed a couple months before and you want to see how it looks. I would recommend getting it done a while before if it's a new style or color. But yeah, if you're getting your hair done, nails obviously, and then if you want to start some sort of beauty regimen before your big day, say like a year out, you say, I'm going to go for a facial every 2 months just to perfect my skin, clear it up, get some hydration in there. Maybe you're going to do Botox, maybe you're going to do microdermabrasion, who knows? There's many things you can do, but those all cost money, and facials are not cheap. But I would want my skin looking, obviously glowing for my wedding, so a facial can cost up to $200. So that is a big cost as well. Okay, number 8 is meals and drinks on the day of. This is a big one. Number 1, please eat on your wedding day. Please. I know most people get breakfast in, but it's that time between the ceremony, like before the ceremony and the reception, where everyone is always dying. I mean, I always have snacks, but that's not going to fill you up for dinner. So just think about that, because obviously the groomsmen and the bridesmaids, everyone will be getting ready separately. So you need 2 sets of breakfast for everyone, and then 2 sets of sort of some lunchtime snacks, if it's wraps or something on the go. I mean, if you're driving by McDonald's, you want to get McDonald's in your wedding dress, do that. But that costs a lot of money if you're paying for 12 people to eat, especially boys. They eat a lot. So think about that. And another cost in there would be alcohol. So if you guys are having champagne anytime throughout the day, before the ceremony, after the ceremony, while you're getting photos done, that can cost a lot too, because the time between ceremony and a reception can be a lot of time. So people might have 2 drinks, 1 to 2, 3 drinks, who knows? And that ain't cheap, unless like you have access to your bar early and you guys are already at the venue. But if you're bringing anything on the limo, waters, I would suggest waters as well. If you're buying energy drinks for people, that can add up. So don't forget about that. Okay, number 9, we're almost done and we're almost out of time. Number 9 is a cake cutting fee. I found this happens a lot, that people kind of forget about it, and it can be around $100-ish. I used to work at a golf course, and we would charge $100 for a cake cutting fee. So we don't always, obviously, some people don't need it if they're bringing in cupcakes or cookies, or they're already having dessert served with their meal, like if it's a 4-course meal. But if you do have a separate cake and you're wanting it cut and served by the venue, that can be an additional cost that's not in their initial fee, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so number 10. Obviously, I think this is the most important one. We only have 1 minute left. Is a day of coordinator. Come on. So a lot of brides think that they can handle it all and they got it all and we're going to do it all perfectly on the day of, and then they get closer to and they're like, I just want to relax. I don't want to be stressed out anymore. And then they hire me. So that is an additional cost that you weren't expecting. So those are my 10 things of unexpected costs that you might forget about for your wedding budget. And right now, budgets are really important because things aren't that great and people have lost their jobs. So I wanted to help you guys out and just shoot these your way. And yeah, if you have anything that you forgot on your wedding day and your budget, leave it in the comments below. But I will chat with you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.